Hello. What is up, everybody out there on the Facebook interwebs? It is Coach Jeff, and I'm doing a little live webinar this afternoon, well, soon to be afternoon, on this Wednesday here, Wednesday, December the 12th, because I figured that everybody can benefit from this half hour of power. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Coach Jeff. Me and my wife run a fitness company called Training for Warriors. We are here in Haltom City, Texas, and one of the services that I provide to all of our students is on a monthly basis, I put up some form of continuing education, so that as somebody is going through their fitness journey or just life in general, and they're looking to optimize their health and their body composition and performance, that they need strategies and information on the daily so that they can do that. So really, I'm just saying that to let you guys know that I normally only do this for our students of our program, but I felt that this is a big gap between I think the research base and the consumer base when it comes to how do I lose body fat, how do I build muscle, how do I increase my health. And so what it comes down to is proper food portions. Right. A lot of people that I deal with, I feel this is one of the biggest bottlenecks in that they don't know what foods to eat, how much of the food to eat, and maybe when to actually eat that food. So I have developed this half hour of power little presentation here. And if you're just joining me, thank you for joining me. Feel free to stick around, ask any questions that you might have. But this is a tried and true way to eat proper food portions for the rest of your life. Right. So meaning if you are somebody that maybe the scale is not moving in the direction that you would like, or maybe you've plateaued out, maybe you're having some trouble building strength, muscle tissue, things like that, then this is the guide for you. So basically, I want to preface this by just keep it simple. You are a busy parent. You probably have one or two jobs. You have social functions. You have your kids' functions. The last thing you need to do is make nutrition complicated, right? And unfortunately, that's what's being promoted mostly out there is taking something really maybe simple and making it very complex, and that you need to count calories and count your macros and count your grams, and you need to eat every time at this time, and all that stuff that is really just an illusion of control. And so again, think of sustainability. Like, are you going to be using MyFitnessPal for the next 50 years of your life? If no, ditch it, right? This is about keeping it simple, but also using something that is proven to work. Okay. So again, how much food, energy, calories, whatever you want to call it, your body needs is going to be different from person to person. So guys, stop comparing yourselves to other people. Like, oh, hey, look at Mrs. Jones. She's lost 50 pounds. I want to be on Mrs. Jones' diet. Or maybe there's a professional athlete that you want to look or perform like. Guys, everybody's biomechanical and hormonal makeups and genetic profiles are completely different. So you need to just focus on you, okay? You may not know where to start today, and that is okay. Again, there's a lot of misinformation and disinformation out there. You don't know what is right and what is actually going to work. So that's what I'm here to do, is show you that it's simple. You just need to put it into practice on the daily so it does become a habit. Again, guys, I want you to use the following presentation, guidelines, rules, all of this stuff as just a starting point, and just adjust it to fit your goals and your unique lifestyle restraints, as these food portions are built off of 4 meals a day. Right, 4 meals a day. So if you eat less or more meals, then you need to adjust accordingly. And I did put a little caveat here that, in my opinion, a snack is considered a meal. Snacking was just a term and a phrase, and thus the responding foods that the food industry brought about in the 80s, right, to get people to consume more food. So if you're going to say a snack, it's also a meal. All right, hey, so this is the hand system. Yes, my name is Jeff Hand, but I did not come up with the hand system. It is genius because the bigger you are, the bigger your hands are. The smaller you are, the smaller your hands are. So this will get you in the right ballpark for your proper portions. So the way that we're going to go about this is I'm going to discuss the proteins, vegetables, carbs, and fats. This is the order in which you will build a meal, and I've given you examples of each and how simple this really is, okay? First one, protein, right? So again, as you see here, as we go throughout the presentation, for each serving, females are going to get 1 and males are going to get 2 servings. Again, adjust accordingly. This is not set in stone. These are guidelines. So protein, 1 palm for females, 2 palms for males. Protein has 4 calories per gram. It is essential for optimal health. Proteins can contain what we call amino acids, which have been considered in terms of building blocks of life. They are known for tissue repair and building. Proteins are also involved in the synthesis of hormones like insulin, neurotransmitters, immunoglobulins, so your immune system function, and then transport proteins like hemoglobin, which is a protein in red blood cells, which carries a little thing called oxygen, right? So some of the sources of protein can be either plant-based or animal-based. That just depends on what you favor. Maybe you're an omnivore, maybe you're an herbivore. That is up to you. But we have chicken, turkey, lean beef, fish, eggs, tofu, tempeh, beans, lentils, quinoa, Greek yogurt, and cottage cheese. I did put a little aside here that you want to minimize your dairy intake, guys. Like, I'm not a big believer in the 3 servings a day. I think that the USDA pushes. There's just a lot of studies out there, guys, that animal proteins and animal fats are not so good for your health. So if you're going to do it, stick to non-fat or low-fat sources of an animal-based protein. Right. The second one that you're going to go for is vegetables. Right. This is a huge missing component in the North American diet. We get a lot of tomatoes in, right, because of ketchup, but we tend to lack proper vegetable intake. What about 8 to 12 servings? About 8 to 12 servings a day, which is about 4 to 6 cups. I've done a whole presentation on just fruits and vegetables, but let me quickly surmise that it's packed full of fiber, that veggies are packed full of fiber. Fiber is going to aid in digestion and satiation. So meaning things are going to flow along a lot better, and you will stay fuller for longer with meals that are higher in fiber. It'll also help in the regulation of blood sugar levels and blood cholesterol levels, as cholesterol does bind to fiber, and fiber pulls cholesterol out of the bloodstream. This is awesome, guys, because you cannot get things called phytonutrients and antioxidants, right? You can't get those in a pill or powder in a supplement form. You got to get it from the source itself. So again, these are unique chemical compounds that are found in plants that have been proven to be anti-carcinogenic, right? So they're going to fight against cancer-causing elements. So that's huge, guys. Sources, right? Pick a vegetable that you enjoy, or else you will not eat it. Again, think sustainability. Sources: dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, lettuce, cruciferous veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and of course, asparagus, carrots, cucumbers, celery, beets, peppers, etc. Right? Lots of variety. So again, hey, female, you're going to get 1 fist of veggies. Males, you're going to get 2 fists of vegetables. Now we'll talk about carbs when it comes to fat loss. Everybody needs carbohydrates, guys. Do not fear carbohydrates. That's stuff that has been pumped in you by probably a food manufacturer or a fitness program, a supplement line, something that is skewing you to purchase a product, but it couldn't be further from the truth. So again, hey, make sure you practice good hygiene and make sure that you're going to be washing your hands before you're just scooping up grains and berries and such. But again, if you're female, you're going to get 1 scooped handful. Males are getting 2 scooped handfuls. Carbs, 4 calories per gram, essential for health. And what's up, Miss Tanya? Coming back for a double dose. Yes. I figured I'd do it for the masses as well. But yeah, so carbs are just chains of simple sugars. One of them known as glycogen. Glycogen is stored in the brain, the muscles, and the liver, and it is your brain's primary source of fuel. Your neurons will only fire off glucose, right? Glycogen, sugars. But what's interesting to note about this is your brain uses up about 20% of the daily carbohydrates you intake. So Every thought you have, every decision you have to make actually uses glycogen, right? Now, if you are looking to optimize fat loss, meaning you have weight to lose or you want to get a little bit leaner, you want to keep the digestion of these starchier carbohydrates to mostly after exercise. Some can tolerate it before, but after exercise will optimize your fat loss guaranteed. Okay. Sources of good smart carbohydrates. You got whole grain breads. Our favorite around here is Ezekiel bread. It's the frozen bread that for some reason you cannot find at Walmart, but you will find at Kroger and Albertsons, I believe. You got rice. All the rices are good. Potatoes are good. Fruits, oatmeal, oatmeal and other cereals, starchy veggies like corn, beans, and lentils are also considered carbohydrates. All right. Last macronutrient that we're talking about, we're coming down the wire here, is fats. Don't fear fats. You do need them. As you see, excuse me, you need them in much smaller amounts, serving wise, than proteins and carbs, because they are energy dense. So proteins and carbs are 4 calories per gram. Fat is 9 calories, which is why it's a powerhouse of energy that your body stores for usage for later, right? Because it is most energy dense. It is critical for optimal health here. Your sources of fats are going to come from saturated, mono, or polyunsaturated. Some of the functions of fats in the human body are synthesizing hormones. It forms your cell membrane. This is really, really important, as we now understand that if you eat a lot of saturated fats in your diet, you'll find saturated fats in fast foods, fried foods, packaged foods like pastries, donuts, cakes, things like that. The more the saturated fats you eat over time, your cells, these cell membranes are a lot more rigid because of saturated fats, right? Think of butter at room temperature, right? So your cell membranes essentially become less permeable. So things like insulin, right, can't bind to the cell, and the sugar can't go into the cell, and that's how you can actually become or stay diabetic. And it's to deal with fats, not even carbohydrates, right? Fat is also forming 60% of your brain, and there's 4 vitamins: A, D, E, and K. These are known as fat-soluble vitamins. The only way that these can be transported into the body and digested are by attaching themselves to fats. So again, when you're getting fat in your diet, 1 thumb for females, 2 thumbs for males. So as you can see down here, man, it is about a tablespoon. This is about 9 to 10 different almonds. I don't know why I said different almonds, but there you go, 9 to 10 almonds. But sources, animal fats, right? Again, you want to limit animal fat intake, right? So think of beef and things like that. You want to be getting these more from plant-based sources like olive oil, avocado, tree nuts. If you're going to do fish, aim for the fattier fish that have omega-3s in it, but that's salmon, tuna, mackerel, and herring. You can also get it from seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, and vegetable-based oils, right? So for those that just joining me real quickly, this is how you build a meal or snack. This is maybe you're about to make a meal at home, you're about to eat at a restaurant, or somebody is preparing food for you. You can still use this as a general guideline for life, right? So protein, females get 1 palm, males get 2 palm. Vegetables, females get 1 fist, males get 2 fists. Carbohydrates, females get 1 scooped handful, males get 2 scooped handfuls. And then last but not least, our healthy smart fats, females get 1 thumb, males get 2 thumb. Coming down the wire here, going to give you guys some sample meals, as I'm not going to assume that you can just take all that information and package it into meals. So this is real simple stuff. This would be a good point for you if you're on your phone or you're able to do so. Save this screenshot. And these are some easy meals that you can build. Okay, these are whole food meals. We consider them Warrior 20 approved here at Training for Warriors. But okay, so again, you start with your protein, then your veggie, then your smart carb. Again, if you got fat to lose, keep this to post-workout. If you do have fat to lose and it is not post-workout, you would double or even triple the vegetable to make up for the lack of energy on the smart carb, okay? So if you're going plant-based, you would get a palm size of beans, a fist of broccoli, a cupped handful of spaghetti squash, and a thumb of extra virgin olive oil, okay? Eggs, cabbage, potatoes, walnut oil. chicken breast, green beans, sweet potatoes, sesame oil, steak, right? The leaner cuts would be the cube, round, sirloin. Mix that with some bok choy, some brown rice, and some avocado oil, cook or drizzle. And then this could be like a seafood salad, right? So you got some shrimp, you got some baby spinach, sprinkle some quinoa in there, and then you got some canola oil to top it all off. Again, guys, it is a common misconception that eating healthy needs to taste like crap. So don't forget about your garnishes and your spices, right? There's much more out there than just salt and pepper. I do apologize, a little screen share down here, but I've listed 4 different fares here. So Italian, right? You're gonna add some oregano, basil, capers, olives, and some orange. If you're going for the Mexican style dish, you got cilantro, cumin, limes, and chiles. More Japanese or Oriental style dish, you have miso, sesame seed, ginger, and seaweed. And then, of course, if you're looking for a more Indian-based fare, then you can add some cumin, turmeric, curry powder, and some ginger, right? Screenshot it, save it, use it, get healthier today. And then last but not least, this would be another one that I would save on my phone. I would favorite it. I would maybe take a screenshot, print this off if I'm at work. And these are 5 questions that you ask yourself before and or during a meal that you are about to consume, prepare, whatever it is. And use this until it becomes a habit, right? So exercise these daily, and you will no longer have to refer to this cheat sheet. You'll be lean, you'll be healthy, and you'll be feeling like $1,000,000, right? So number 1, am I eating or going to eat slowly? Guys, this is a big one, as we are no longer paying attention to, number 1, making time to feed ourselves, but actually being present when we do feed ourselves. As silly as that sounds, most of us are probably eating way past 80% full because we are not paying attention or we are eating too fast. So you need to slow it down, ditch the phone, ditch the computer, don't be driving, whatever it is, and hey, check in with your hunger, relax, take your time, enjoy your food, and you'll know when to stop eating. And guys, 80% full really just translates into satiation, meaning you're satisfied, you're not full. If you are eating to fullness every meal, like you really can't eat it anymore, then odds are you're struggling with your weight as well. So this is such a huge skill to develop. Number 2, where's your protein? Remember, are you going to eat at least 1 palm-sized portion of a lean protein? Question 3, where are your veggies? Again, guys, pick ones that you enjoy and saute them up and season them to where you like them, because guys, this will get you like much likely less to get injury, to get sick. Like, guys, get your veggies in. So are you about to eat at least 1/5 size portion of vegetables that you like? And remember, you can always increase the size of your vegetable portions to increase meal satisfaction. So for example, let's say lunch today is chicken breast, some broccoli, some sweet potatoes, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil drizzled on it. 30 minutes after the meal, you feel like you haven't even ate yet, or you're still starving, then you would bump up the broccoli portions, right, to make sure that you are satisfied but not full, right? Number 4, where are your smart carbs? Again, if you have fat to lose and you have not worked out yet, you need to avoid starchier carbs like pasta, bread, rice, fruit, things like that, and opt for a double serving of vegetables, not carbs. It says carbs here. It should be vegetables. Now, if you don't have fat to lose, or it is a post-workout meal for you, then you want to aim for 1 cupped handful of a smart carbohydrate. And then number 5, where are your fats coming from? Again, you want to be aiming more towards plant-based fats like nuts, seeds, olives, plant-based oils. But if you're going to do animal sources, make sure they're lean, like chicken and, your fats, they need to be from lean sources, which would be like fatty fish. Okay, so again, that would be 1 thumb per meal. All right, guys, so that's it. If you enjoyed it, hey, hit that share button. It is not too long, guys. This was 18 minutes and 25 seconds running. These are your 5 habit cheat sheets. Save it, print it, put it on your phone, live by it, and get healthy, get great results. These are your Warrior 20 meals. These are basically whole food meals that, guys, it is simple stuff. You don't have to be an expert in the kitchen. Most of this stuff can be prepared with a freaking microwave if you really want to go that route. How do I know? Because I do it. These are your garnishes and such. And then again, just quickly, going forwards to backwards: proteins, vegetables, smart carbs, and healthy fats. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Please share me around. If you do have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Just tag me, put like @JeffHand, then ask whatever questions your little heart desires. When I get the notification and I am available, I will answer your question. Thank you guys so much. If you have any further questions for me that maybe are not food portion related, feel free to shoot me an email, coachjeff at Tango Foxtrot Whiskey Stockyards.com. That's coachjeff at tfwstockyards.com. If you're interested in what I do, you can learn more at www.tfwstockyards.com. And of course, we're on all the major social medias, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Tumblrs, so you can follow us at TFW Stockyards. Again, thank you guys so much. Coach Jeff, Training for Warriors, proper food portions for life. Learn it, apply it, live it, empower yourselves. Until next time.